Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Coach Matt, EliteThrowsCoaching.com, doing a few video analysis sessions today to upload here to YouTube. And here we have a guy by the name of Justin. So I wanted to just let you guys know, as I said in previous videos, we are going back to kind of our old way of uploading videos to this channel, which is more of a question and answer type session. So if you guys have any questions, make sure to leave them down below in the comments section right below this video. I take a look at all of the comments that come through to my channel, and any questions that I see pop up a lot, that's what we're going to be answering in our next video. So we're no longer going to be doing these longer, 10-part series on glide or 10-part series on discus. It's really going to be a lot more of just sort of a kind of question and answer type series from here on out. So let's take a look at Justin. Now, Justin was from Rhode Island, but he moved out of state, and he had come down once or twice to work with me locally here in Rhode Island, which we do every single Sunday, and that's open to anybody that wants to show up. But Justin here has moved, and now he is rotating. So let's take a quick look at this to see how it looks. We're going to watch it a couple times as we normally do, just to kind of get an idea of what's going on here and what the biggest things are to work on. So let's take a look here, real time. All right, so he's got some pretty good speed coming out of the back, which I like. But as you can tell, when he gets to the middle of the circle, he seems to slow down a little bit. So there's going to be something in the middle of the circle that is slowing him down. Let's take a look one more time. And you can see here, I really like a lot of things in the back. I like how he stays low in the back of the circle, keeps that left leg bent. I like how he uses his left arm to get out of the back of the circle as well to help him out. But let's take a look. Something's going on in the middle of the circle. You can see as you take a look at the throw, there seems to be slowing down or stopping in the middle. Now, normally that has to do with that right foot. As a right-handed thrower here, Justin's right foot is the foot that is going to land or touch down in the middle of that circle. So let's take a look. Okay, starts low. Let's take a look. Does a good job pivoting on that left foot. Right foot's coming around. Now the right foot is really, really high in the air. You can see how that right foot is probably a good, foot and a half or 2 feet off the circle. And the right foot comes down. It's facing in a good position here. The left foot is also really high off the ground. So he's doing a lot of jumping out of the back. That's one thing we're going to come back to. But you can see where the right foot touches down in the middle is in a pretty good spot. And he's up on the ball of the foot. Okay. Now from this point, we can see what happens is the next frame, he drops that heel. So when you drop the heel and you go flat-footed, it's really, really hard to turn on a flat foot. So you can see what happens here is that the left foot continues to go around, and he gets in this really kind of crisscross position. Now at this point, when the left foot touches down here, the right foot should be pointing over here toward 9 o'clock. Okay, if we count the back of the circle kind of as 12 and the toe board as 6, 12, 3, 6, 9. So you can see when he landed here, his foot was pointing at 3, and then that right foot has to pivot all the way around 180 degrees to point over here at 9. But because he drops the heel, there's a big delay in turning that right foot. So when that left foot touches down here, the right foot is only pointing at 12 o'clock. It's not pointing over here at 9 o'clock. Then when he goes to throw, see how long he has to wait. He has to really, really wait. And now when he's actually going to release that shot, that delay has now caused him to throw the shot with the foot pointing at 9 instead of pointing at 6. And that's, I think, what's causing a lot of the stoppage in the middle and what's causing that sort of right sector, that lean, pushing the weight too early onto his left foot, that weight shifting. All of that's happening because that right foot, the heel dropped in the middle, didn't stay up on the ball of that right foot to allow that nice smooth pivot. So that's going to be the big thing for Justin to work on. We want him to really work on landing on the ball of the foot, which he's doing a great job of, but staying up on the ball of the foot. So not letting the right heel drop, allowing that foot to stay up on the ball so that it turns all the way around, that 270 degrees. It's going to do a 180 over here and then another 90 degrees, boom, to point down the middle. But once that heel drops, it's not going to be able to turn anymore. So at this point, it should already be over here at 9, and then at this point, it should be at 6. But because there was that delay right here, there was that delay where the foot didn't turn at all, he's about, 90 degrees behind where he should be. Now, on top of that, let's take a look here in the back of the circle. Okay? That right foot is going way too high in the air. So we've got to keep the right foot a little bit lower to the ground. Now, you've got this right foot coming from all the way up here to all the way down on the ground. It's going to be very difficult to stay up on the ball of the foot when it's coming from such a high position. Okay, it's going to take a ton of ankle strength, a ton of calf and lower leg strength to hold that position when it's coming from so high. This is also makes this movement a little bit slower because it's going up and then down again. It's got a long path to travel. So we want to keep that foot low to the ground. And the same thing with this left foot. This left foot needs to stay low to the ground, and it needs to stay closer to the right foot. So the knees need to stay closer together, and the right foot needs to stay closer to the left foot. So getting everything to be a little bit more efficient out of the back is going to help the position in the middle. It's going to make the throw a little bit more efficient. It's going to make the throw a little bit faster, but it's also going to make it easier to stay up on the ball of your right foot because you're not going from a really high position to a low position. You're trying to catch your weight on the right foot. And if you're going from really high to really low, if you're jumping to the middle, then it's a lot of power coming down. It's a lot of pressure coming down from a high point. Okay, so you're accelerating. It's really, really hard on that right foot. So it's going to be tough to keep that right heel off the ground. But that's going to be the two biggest things to work on is keeping this heel off the ground right here and pivoting all the way around instead of dropping the heel. And also just keeping those feet a little bit lower, kind of keeping them closer to the circle instead of that kind of jumping, leaping motion as you drive through the circle. All right, so that's what I got for you today, Justin. Thanks for sending in the video. Good luck. I know the state that you're in right now, you are very close to qualifying for the state championship. So hopefully in the next couple of years, we see you at the state meets and we see you at the New England Championships. That would be really, really good. You definitely have the potential to get there. I know you're a very hard worker. You're practicing during the summer when a lot of people are taking time off. So keep doing what you're doing. It looks really good. And again, if you or anybody else has any questions, please leave them in the comment section right down below this video. Thanks again for checking this out. Any questions, guys, just let me know.